What is up, everybody? Jester here, and today we're going to do a slightly different take on something that pretty much everybody in the world loves, and that's pizza. Today what I'm going to be trying to do is put together either a stuffed pizza or what I want to call a pizza pot pie. To do this, what I did was I found the Pillsbury pizza crust. This is going to be the thin stuff, one-piece pizza crust there. We're going to be making a couple of these. I think it's going to work out a little better, and then we're going to be using our shepherd's pie dish to cook everything in. So what I want to do to start is I actually want to put a little bit of a pan release right inside our dish, something like that. And then I took our pizza crust and I cut it down about half or so that I can get it nicely laid in here and bring it up the sides of our dish. So we're going to start with something like that. I'm going to try to keep myself out of the sun here, but at the same time I want to get it down to the bottom without breaking it. And I've never tried anything like this. It sounds like it's going to be fine, but as you guys know, I do a lot of experiments. Keep bringing it back, try to get that in the corners, and it did break a little bit, but that's going to be fine, I think. We'll kind of crease that over. And I do want to get it to lay down in there flush as much as possible. And from there, what I want to do is I want to come around it and cut with my knife and just go ahead and clean all that up. I'm then going to take this in and we're going to go at 425 for about 5 or 10 minutes just to get it kind of par baked, and then I'll come back and I'll show you right here on the griddle actually what we're going to be doing. And now that we got the crust in the oven par baking there, at least for the bottom part, we're going to go ahead and get our toppings, or in this case the stuffing, ready to go. What we got here is a little bit of sausage that we're just browning up. We're going to be adding green peppers, onions, mushrooms, black olives, pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and then of course this sausage into this. But we want to take a little bit of the edge off of those vegetables, so I'm going to go ahead and dump them. And we're going to saute that right in with the sausage and just bring everything up to temperature. My fear is that once it's inside, it's not going to take that little bit of an edge off of it. So I kind of want to get them started cooking. Not a full saute, but definitely a little bit of heat to kind of soften them up. And to help aid that, we're going to add a little bit of that butter whirl to it. And once we get this part all finished up, I'll show you everything going into the shell. And now that we got everything all nicely sauteed, again, not too much on the saute, but just enough to kind of soften them down a touch, we're going to add a little bit of pizza sauce as kind of our liquid. And then of course, what's any pizza without mozzarella cheese? And I think all we're going to do from there is give that a good stir. I'm not sure if we're putting enough sauce in there or not, but it certainly looks pretty good. All right, so now let's bring in our shell, and as you can see, we've kind of got that puff pastry look to it, and it did pull back a little bit, but I think we're going to be just fine because we're going to cover that up and over. And then all we got to do is lay in our ingredients. Should probably not be doing this away from the camera, or into the camera, but you know, I'm not all that bright. We're trying to get a nice fill here. Get as much of this ingredient incorporated as we can without it being too bulky at the top. Put it there, something like that. From there, we're going to take the remaining part of our pizza dough. We're going to stretch it just a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and top this off. Now this one I do want to be overlaid just a touch. Just a touch. Come back with our knife again, and let's cut around. And I'm coming down just below where I want everything to kind of end up at. Dough is not the easiest thing in the world to cut. What I'm going to do is I'm now going to kind of ridge this up just a little bit, roll it over. That way you kind of get that feel like it's a pizza crust on the outsides. This isn't really my forte, guys. I will tell you that 100% of the time. But man, it sounded good, so we're going to give it a look. All right, I believe the instructions call for about another 15 minutes on this, but what we're going to be doing is just watching to make sure when that top crust is done. We already know the ingredients cooked. We already know the bottom was par cooked, so it's going to finish up as we go. And I think we'll be good. We'll probably brush this with just a little bit of butter or a little bit of oil to kind of keep everything nice and moist, and maybe a little pepperoni over the top. But let me go get this in the oven. Again, 425 for probably 10 to 12 or 15 minutes, but we're going to be eyeballing it and just making sure that it doesn't get overdone. And then I'll bring out and show you the finished product. And about like I thought, about 10, 12 minutes or so, and we got a really nice browning on the crust. We added a little pepperoni, some Parmesan, of course, a little parsley for some color. But the real test here is let's go ahead and cut into it, and let's see how we did. Oh my gosh, guys, this is going to be insanely good. It's basically just a stuffed pizza, and as somebody in the house pointed out, it's kind of a Hot Pocket in a way. It's not really, but it's more of a pot pie. Just, oh my God, just look at that, how that oozes up. That is wonderful. Hopefully you guys like this kind of experimentation. If you do, think about liking the video, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to check out Independent Spotlight, because if you guys want to see behind the scenes stuff over on TikTok now, we've got TikTok Live. I'm going to be doing a lot of the editing and stuff over there to kind of help people to learn how to do edits like this, which are not very difficult, but you never know who doesn't know. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate your time with the Pizza Pot Pie. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.